It was late one night in the winter of 1923 when he had to take an express train. He had suffered a delay and couldn't get out of the station quick enough when he was finally allowed to leave. Eager to make up for lost time, desperate to preserve his spotless record, he tore down the line at a criminally reckless speed. This, combined with the poor visibility, the icy rails and the steep descent of Gordon's Hill, it was small wonder what happened next. He crashed, came right off the rails. He and his coaches rolled almost 100 yards before stopping, but that wasn't the worst of it. What could be worse? Every single one of his passengers were killed. What about Arthur? What happened to him? He was scrapped. The impact killed him instantly and turned his body into a mangled heap of metal that barely resembled an engine, and it didn't end there either. What do you mean? Come now, Thomas, you don't really believe that. How many people have seen it, Edward? How many? They can't all be wrong. They can't all be right either. What are you talking about? It's reckoned every year on the anniversary of Arthur's death that his ghost appears, hoping desperately to reach its destination so he and the tormented souls of his victims can finally be at peace. Ghosts? I've been on this island near 20 years and I've never seen one. Thank you, Henry. Just out of curiosity, when? Next week. So look out. Thomas, stop going on about nonsense, please. So, you don't believe in ghosts, Edward? No, I don't. That was where it happened. Whose whistle is that? Bust my buffers! What a silly twit to tear down the hill like that in this weather! Oh my goodness! Jerry, did that sound like a train crash? It most certainly did. It was a passenger train too. We need to get down there, and fast. What? Where is it? I don't know. You did hear the crash, right? By oath I did. Angus, you saw a train go by, didn't you? I did. There's no rubble anywhere. No sign of a crash at all. Maybe we heard wrong. We all heard wrong the sound of a train crash? That sounds unlikely. What other explanation could there be? What's wrong, Percy? Maybe it was Arthur's ghost. Thomas said this was around the time he starts appearing. Come on, Percy, you're being ridiculous. I wish I could have agreed with that statement. I really do. But the nearby residents also heard the crash and turned out in droves to see it and were confused when they didn't find anything. This oddity attracted the attention of a reporter who, after conducting interviews and some research, published an article about Arthur's death and the ghost story that went with it. After the story broke, there was a spike in the number of alleged sightings up and down the line. Throughout this time, I remained skeptical, convinced these sightings were merely the power of suggestion. That was until my encounter. So, my son's back from his trip to the United States. Really? Already? That went by quick. Did he enjoy it? Very much so. He said it's nothing like anything here in Britain. The cities, the lifestyle, and the films. He went to the premiere of an animated picture and can't stop raving about it. What was it called? Let me think. I forget. But I do remember it had the word 7 dwarfs in it somewhere. 7 dwarfs? Sounds a little odd to me. Me too. But what do I know about the cinema? Definitely more than me. Who was that? I don't know. That's odd. I thought Reginald was due in. He was. I'm going to get to the bottom of this. Excuse me, you're not on the schedule. Who gave you clearance to stop here? I'm talking to you, mate. Unfortunately, I wouldn't have been able to help as the engine was faceless, meaning talking to it would have been like talking to a wall. I will say there was something very unsettling about that train. All right, I'm ordering you to get out of your engine. I must warn you, failure to comply with the orders of a railway official may result in... That chilling scream came from the woman who dared to press her face to the shadowy window of one of those coaches. Whatever it was she saw, she became hysterical and turned as white as the snow around us. Her shriek ensured those passengers on the platform jumped back 10 feet, with no one daring to get any closer. I admit I was scared witless by this event, which quickly worsened. "Reginald, look out! Oh no!" "Reginald? Reginald, are you all right?" "Bust my buffers. I better go see if he's okay." "Reginald? There was a train at the platform, wasn't there?" "Yes, there was. And then there wasn't?" "That's right." How? "I don't know how, Reginald." "Did we just see a ghost, Edward?" "We must have." "So it's true. Arthur's ghost haunts the line." "I can't think of anything else." I owe Thomas an apology. I'm sorry to say the incident would make the papers, the story made all the more tragic by the sad fact the woman from that night was committed to an insane asylum. Business dropped dramatically for both companies as our passengers avoided us like the plague, as did our goods clients. Other engines also encountered the ghost train, causing a widespread dip in morale. The situation finally became unbearable, forcing some of us to come together to discuss a solution. "Alright, so we all know why we're here. Now, Edward, why don't you remind us?" "Put a sock in it, Diesel." "Thank you, Douglas. Now this ghost has been terrorizing the line and we need to find a way to get rid of it. I realize this is a unique situation, meaning as far as I'm concerned, there are no foolish ideas. If you have one, put it forward. How about getting the vicar to perform an exorcist? I checked. He doesn't do exorcists. What about Wilbert? When is he meant to be coming back to Sodor? I don't know. Whenever it will be, we can't afford to wait for him. Could we try talking to it? Maybe ask Arthur to leave? About that, Percy, the ghost you saw, what did it look like? Big? Silver? With red stripes and a number 0 on its side tanks. Really? That was the train you saw? Yes. Why? That doesn't sound like Arthur to me, because it wasn't Arthur. Well, what do you mean? Arthur was a big red engine, Percy, with the letters LMS on his side tanks. The engine I saw at Marin did not match that description. Does that mean we have 2 ghosts on the island? No, Peter. 1 ghost of unknown origin. Can we be so sure it isn't Arthur? The night I saw him, I did hear a crash at the bottom of the hill, and the engine I saw was pulling midi coaches. It can't be a coincidence. So, no, Toby. I guess we can't be sure it isn't Arthur. But if it is, why would he look different as a ghost? That doesn't make sense. We're dealing with the supernatural, Diesel. I doubt anything makes sense where that's concerned. I hate to be the naysayer of the group, but we still haven't thought up how we're going to get rid of the thing. I wouldn't say that. You have an idea, Toby? Maybe. Percy, you said you heard the crash, right? Yes. Well, that tells me he's doomed to repeat his fate. Maybe we can send him away by interrupting this process. How? By telling him he doesn't need to take his coaches. We need to find someone whom Arthur would take orders from. Maybe even someone who was around when he had his accident. But that can only be one person. There is no way he is going to go for that. Are you out of your blooming mind? Told you. Mrs. O, please, if you'll just let me explain. What's there to explain, Toby? You want me to tell the ghost of one of my engines who's been dead for the better part of 20 years to leave the island on the vague assumption he'll do so? Arthur always did strive to make you happy, sir. Perhaps that's one of the reasons why he crashed. What do you mean, sir? I cultivated his ego. I praised him whenever he delivered his trains on time. He was probably trying to please me the night he was killed, which is why I am so unwilling to speak to him. You think he might be holding a grudge against you? Exactly! Maybe he holds me responsible for his fate. What if he tries to take me or something? With respect, sir, don't you think you should at least try? If you don't and things keep going the way they do, we'll all be out of a job. Alright, I'll do it. Really, sir? Diesel's right. As director, I have an obligation to try and keep my business solvent. Oh, thank you, sir. And thank you, Diesel. Don't thank me, Toby. I didn't expect that to work. How are you feeling, Mr. Zorro? I'm not just shaking because it's cold, Toby. We really appreciate what you're doing, sir. Yes. Just don't go blabbing about it to Mr. Starr. I wouldn't want him to think I'm nice, or worse, amiable. Perish the thought, sir. Is everything in place, Diesel? Yep. The station's been cleared and Mickey's on standby. I don't see how much help I'm going to be. You never know, Chief. The station. I wonder if a railway facility anywhere in the world at any point in time has ever been evacuated because of ghosts. This is certainly a way to leave your mark in history then. Here, triumphs and blunders, the two biggest things people remember. Diesel, all right, I'll belt up. But before I do, can I ask something? What? What if the ghost doesn't show up tonight? We're not that lucky, old chap. Oh, my. It's up to you now, sir. Good luck. Hello? Arthur? Is that you? Well, you're probably wondering why I'm here. I have good news. I was finally able to get hold of an express engine, so I don't need you to take this train on. You've done very well and can rest easy. Don't you understand? You can go. Did it work? Well done, Mr. Zorro. I can't believe it. Me neither, to be honest. Jolly good work, Toby. If we all had your insight, this would be a much better world. Thank you, Edward. I still can't believe it worked. What on earth is that? Why is Rich braking? Right, that's it. I'm stopping. Oh, goodness gracious. What's going on back there? Give us a tick, Lily, and we'll find out. Come on, Frank. I don't believe it. 4 sets of couplings completely destroyed. We won't be going any further tonight. Richard better have a good reason for throwing on the brakes like that. Come on, Ted. He always does. Where is he? I'll go look for him. Honestly, you want something done properly, never get a Welshman to. What? Oh, that's just tops. What's wrong, Ted? Our flipping brake van is gone. It must have broken loose somewhere down the line. Come on, we better go find it. As someone who's lost part of a train before, I can imagine just how frustrated Lily was as she backed down along the branch in search of her wayward brake van. What I can't imagine is the sheer confusion she must have felt when she didn't find it. Stopping at various signal boxes and stations, the staff therein swore up and down that they had seen her pass with the van still attached to her train. She even made it all the way back to Brendam without finding it. And after a thorough search was conducted, the mystery only deepened. But that's impossible! I'm sorry, Lily.
but I don't know what to tell you. We've searched up and down the docks, and your brake van isn't here. How do you just lose a brake van? I didn't lose it, Diesel. It went missing. That's not much of a difference. Wait a moment. What? What was applying the brakes to your train if your van was gone? I don't know. You didn't have any non-faceless trucks on your train, did ya? No, I didn't. All right, that's a wee bit disconcerting. So's the fact that Rich is missing alongside the van. Oh, aye. I hope he's all right. So do I. Where is he? My, what a fantastic day we have here. What in blazes? Maybe I spoke too soon. Good grief! What is all this? And where did it come from? I don't know, but we'll have to tell the vicar. He's not gonna like this. Goodness! Who could have done this?
Hoodlums with no respect and even less self-control.
But to strike here? Children play in these fields.
If they had any sense of decency, Vicar, they wouldn't have thought once about doing this. Don't worry, we'll use all our resources to find these scoundrels and bring them to justice.
Sarge! Come here! Quick!
Oh no.
What is it? What's wrong?
I'm sorry to say, Vicar, but we need your services.
Good Lord! What in fizzling fireboxes? How did that happen?
Take it easy, James, or you'll blow a piston.
Well, excuse me for being a little put out after Charlie threw on the brakes like that.
He would have had a good reason for doing so. We'll go check and... Are you seeing what I'm seeing, Andy?
I don't know. Are you seeing... nothing? Yes? What are you two banging on about? The brake van's gone. Gone? You mean like... Oh no! Someone's coming!
That someone was Peter, hauling behind him a very heavy goods train. From experience, I know how fast the Middy's number 15 can move. As he came flying around the bend, I'm sorry to say that he didn't see the obstruction in his path until it was too late. Though he braked with all his might, it wasn't enough to avoid a catastrophe.
Oh no! Peter! Peter! Are you alright? Bust my buffers. He's hurt bad. His crew can't be any better.
We need to call for help, and fast. Let's rush down the branch and...
James! Look! What? Dominic! It was him! It was his ghost!
But how?
I don't know. But he was responsible for what happened to my train. I'm sure of it.
What exactly happened, James?
There was this horrific wailing, then the sound of breaking wood, groaning metal, and the snapping of couplings. And now my brake van's missing, alongside its guard.
Just like what happened to me. Wherever your guard's gone, I hope he makes it back.
So do I. He's getting married next month. That's it! That's the sound I heard! But how do we know Douglas!
By all the saints! Dominic, it is you!
Yes, it is. And you killed me. I told you I was breaking apart. I asked you to stop. I begged you to stop. But no, you ignored my cries, and I paid the price for it. Now it's only fitting I return the favor. Now I will...
Oh, shut it, you spiteful sod! Douglas, what are you doing? Giving this prat what he deserves.
What I deserve? I didn't deserve to be smashed to kindling.
And if you had come straight to me and demanded an apology, I would have given you one without a second's pause. But no, you saw fit to terrorize my friends and murder innocent men. You're as spiteful as you are in death as you were in life. And I don't regret what I did to you.
For that, you can expect a whole new kind of misery.
So can you if you don't hie yourself back to hell. I promise, if you don't leave right now, I'll be happy to give you another thrashing. And if you think I can't touch you because you're a ghost, then don't move while I come charging at you. So what do you say? Leave and never return? Or stay and risk another hiding?
Is that it?
I think so.
Well done, Douglas. Smashing good work. What the? How did I get here? Where is everyone? Why is the yard so empty? What's that? Who's there? If this is a prank, I'm not laughing. Show yourself now. Hello, Jeffrey. Fizzling fireboxes. Alfred? No, this is a dream. You're not real. You're not... Calm down, Jeffrey. I'm not going to hurt you. If I wanted that, I wouldn't have warned you about the snowdrift. Warned me? That was you? I don't know what to say. Actually, I do. You could have been less cryptic. Sorry. Death, like life, is complicated. You sleep well? Indeed I did, Toby. And Percy, you were right. About what? About never saying never. Jeffrey told the others about his dream, which soon spread to the rest of us. Given our past experiences, none of us had any doubt it was real. Is that a... Oi, who's back there? Hey, what's going on? I guess they're trying to help, so kick your motor into gear. Right.
Who knew being a really useful engine made one so anxious? I almost wish the banker would show up and give me a shove. So do I. I'd like to thank him. Indeed. Banker, if you happen to hear this, thank you. Thank you so much. You're welcome. Peter? Hello, Francis. Walter? Am I seeing things? You and me both. Is it really you? It's really me, Francis, and I'm really dead. I popped it the moment those bullets hit me. And you've been banking trains ever since? Why? I don't know. I have no control over it. I just appear and disappear whenever. What about the memory thing? Are you doing that? No. I have no idea why any of this is happening. The best reason I can come up with is I'm being punished for what I did. It's so tiring, but I guess it's what I deserve. I am a monster after all. No, you're not. What? You're not a monster, Peter. You don't deserve this. You also didn't deserve my scorn. I'm sorry for that. I had no right to pass judgment on you, and to whatever force is passing judgment, I dare say he's suffered enough. Yes, he did a terrible thing, but it was during a time of war, and he paid for it. But is it enough? After yesterday, it certainly is. You saved an entire town from destruction, Peter. That makes you a hero. You think so? I do. Well done. Wow, thank you. Blimey, I don't remember the last time I actually smiled. Huh? What's wrong? I see something. It's faint. Is that a light? What's happening? I think you're finally going where you belong. Oh my God. It's beautiful. I'm sure it is. Give my regards to Reginald and all the rest when you see them. Tell them it was a pleasure knowing them. I will. I would ask you to do the same for me with the others, but you might not remember this. I guess we'll see what happens. Goodbye, Peter. Goodbye, Francis.
Thanks, Sam. You're a good woman. Reggie was a lucky man. Anyway, I best be off. If you need anything, let me know.
Will do. See you later.
He's right. I was a lucky man.
Not right now, you aren't.
What the papers are saying about you is nothing more than a stunt to sell more copies. I know I didn't cause this accident, and so do you. That should be enough.
I know it should, but it still hurts seeing your name dragged through the mud.
Let them drag all they like. It'll be all the more satisfying after I'm cleared. Then they'll get to choke on their sensationalism.
That does sound like fun. You always knew how to cheer me up. Oi, Sam! Ah, James! How long have you been there? I just arrived. Sorry, I didn't mean to startle you. Where do you want this lot? Just leave it there. I'll get to it in a moment. All right. Who are you talking to? No one. Take care.
I don't see the resemblance either. Then again, I was never very good at spotting the obvious.
You certainly weren't. Remember that time? No.
No what?
You're not real. You are not real.
Of course I'm not.
What?
I say, Sam.
Ah, Wendell, how long have you been there?
I just rolled up. Sorry, I didn't mean to startle you. Are the coaches ready?
Yes, they are.
Then let's get rolling. Who are you talking to?
No one.
She's right, you know. If we buckled every time we suffered a loss, we couldn't function. Blimey, I haven't seen that look since the time I nearly forgot our anniversary.
What did you mean when you said you're not real?
Ah, you're asking questions. All right, I'll answer them. I mean I'm a ghost, Sam. I'm not physically here.
Why am I the only one who can see you?
Because not all ghosts are created equal, like the banker. Even I have no idea who or what it is.
Can you prove you really are Reginald's ghost?
No, I can't, and I'm not going to try. I'll be moving on after this conversation.
Moving on?
Yes, it's the best thing for both of us. It's clear my lingering is only hurting you, and I'm sorry about that. I just wanted to say goodbye.
Well, I don't know if you're the real thing or not, but I am glad you were here. You've been so kind and so helpful since the day I arrived on Sodor. I can't thank you enough.
You don't have to. Please tell the others I'm sorry I couldn't speak to them.
Tell them it was an honour and a privilege working with them. I will, Reggie. I will. I love you. I love you too, Sam. Goodbye.